I've had a video camera since I was little. I remember my dad got a video camera for Christmas, and it was one of these, big clunkers. And then you put like a whole VHS tape in it. Birthday parties and holidays and soccer games, and my dad filmed everything. And we'd never watch them again. So what we started doing was taking the video camera, and we were doing stop motion animation with Legos. Something would blow up or get smashed or get tumbled in the end and whatnot, but it was literally like take a picture, move them, take a picture and move them. And then after that, we started making magic shows. So we started filming videos for fun when I was really, really little. And it was really interesting how I got into the business side of things, because I had kind of forgotten that I loved it so much for years. But it was always something that I had going on as a hobby. I'd always been in sales and marketing, even as I worked at a radio station in Orange County selling airtime, and I made a small web video about why radio was great. People were complimenting me, but the big bosses were like, stop wasting your time on production, you're a salesman. We have a production team. And I said, no, your production team is awful. Everything is corporate. Everything is so boxed and rigid. All of these commercials sound the same. And so my goal was to write and develop campaigns that I would then sell and really ingratiate my clients to me. So if I ever went to a different radio station, my clients would come with me. That doesn't work in corporate America, so they eventually, we parted ways. I went from that company and I was kind of devastated. I was making great money and I thought, what am I gonna do? And it all came back to video. I'm gonna go back to school, I'm gonna be a filmmaker. Here's the short story. I went back to school for filmmaking when I was 30 years old. I was in this renaissance phase of my life. I was literally born again. I was transformed, and there was so much that had happened in my life that had changed who I was as a person. And so I had this new outlook on life. Nothing seemed impossible. And so I thought that I would use video, I'd be a video journalist. So I was going out looking for stories. I was published in Salt Lake at the local paper and doing articles on just things in the community. And what I noticed was that a lot of businesses were trying to integrate themselves into media and how to do press releases that mattered. I mean, businesses will do a press release on, we have a new coffee bean, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, what if you gave that new coffee bean to a charity? And now you've got a press release that's worth picking up, that's worth doing a story on. So I'd go out there and I'd see there's no story here, so I try to create a story. And then I thought, this is not journalism. At least, maybe it is, and some could argue that journalists make the news, or report the news, but I didn't want to do that. And then I thought, what I'm doing is marketing. Generally speaking, the goal of Simple Business Video Marketing is to provide creative and effective digital marketing products for local companies, local businesses that want to increase their revenues, that want to grow as a company. And when a business grows, our economy grows. We want to help expose people to the limits that corporations and governments put on technology so that it's not able to proliferate and not able to raise up developing countries. I mean, as a long-term strategy, we want to be a big-time player in the technology field, promoting technology and using it to do things that are bigger than us, that are bigger than any one company, bigger than any one person, but affect us on a global level. There's two sides of it. There's the social activism that we want to be involved with, and then there's also company goals. As far as our company goals are concerned, we also want to expand our product line, into doing not just business video and business social media, but also doing full-length films or short films, entering into film festivals. And we really want to flip media on its head and deliver a message that I think people will watch and I think that they'll enjoy, because it is deeper, it's well written, and it's got a high production value to it. So we want to go from just making business video to making our own content and following some of the Netflix and the Hulu model of independent production and making media deeper.